All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're looking at a tool that does something pretty amazing. It basically erases the gap between a random thought and a thing you can actually click on and use. We're talking seconds from prompt to product.
So let me just ask you this. Could you turn, say, just 3 words into a working app? Like right now, instantly? Imagine just typing out a simple idea and watching it just, poof, become a real working prototype. No code, no design tools, none of that. Just an idea made real. Well, that's pretty much the magic trick that the tool we're looking at today, the Muse Mini Playground, is designed to pull off. It's all about making that leap from prompt to product feel absolutely effortless. So what Muse does is actually pretty simple on the surface. You give it a little text phrase, a theme or a mood, and it spits out this tiny, runnable micro prototype. It's not just some text ideas, it's a real thing you can play with. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The whole thing starts with just one single input. They call this a seed phrase, which is honestly the perfect name for it. It's this short little text description that's literally the seed for the whole creative process. It's kind of like the DNA for whatever you're about to generate. And using it is super easy. You just type your idea into the box, something fun, something weird, like, I don't know, synthwave music player for cats. That's it. That's literally all the fuel this engine needs to get going. Okay, so you've planted this seed. What happens next? How does Muse turn that phrase into something that looks like an actual design? The process is incredibly simple. You put in your seed phrase, click Generate Ideas, and bam, Muse just cooks up a whole list of concepts right there on the spot. And what you get is this list of what it calls playful ideas. But don't let the name fool you. These aren't just words. Each one is basically a digital blueprint for your little microprototype, a unique starting point. Okay, this is where it gets really cool. We're going from that list of ideas to an actual instant prototype. All you do is pick one from the list, and with just one more click, the preview window just comes to life. What was an empty box is now a live, runnable micro prototype. You can actually click around and get a feel for it. It's wild. Now here's the kicker. You'd think there's some giant AI in the cloud doing all this heavy lifting, right? Nope. This makes 0 AI calls. It all happens right there on your machine. It's completely offline, completely private. So let's take a look under the hood, because how is that even possible without a massive AI? Yeah, I mean, you're probably wondering, if it's not AI, how does it create all these unique styles? How does it know what neon or watercolor means and then actually make it look like that? The secret is it's not magic, it's just some really clever code. Take a look at this little JavaScript function. It's not thinking or learning, it's just doing a simple check. If your phrase includes the word neon, it grabs a neon color palette. If it sees pixel, it grabs a pixel art palette. It's that simple. And you can see it right here. It's a really straightforward system. You say neon or synth, you get these bright, punchy colors. You say watercolor, you get these softer pastels. It's just a simple lookup. Super elegant, super efficient. So, what does a tool like this mean for the future of how we work, for the future of creative flow? The creators are super clear about its purpose. They say, quote, it's meant to demonstrate UI plus flow. And that's the key. It's not for building your final shipping product. It's for quickly showing an idea, for figuring out how a user would actually move through an app. So let's just quickly run through the key takeaways here. First, it generates micro prototypes that are completely offline and local. It's absolutely perfect for just demoing a user interface or a user flow. It lets you instantly turn your ideas into something you can actually test. And get this, you can download the whole thing as a single HTML file. No dependencies, no complex setup required. It's just easy. And that really leaves us with a big question to think about, right? When creating something becomes this fast, when that friction between idea and prototype practically vanishes, what's the next barrier we need to break? What becomes possible for you, for everyone, when you can build at the speed of thought?